folks, hello and welcome to the very first of hopefully many lounge nights with the MIC Writers Society. Big wave for everyone who's in the Writers Society. Okay, I'm Alan O'Driscoll, the chairperson. The committee is Lorraine Donnellan, Aisling White, Aisling O'Connor, and sorry?
Shane O'Carroll.
Is he here? He's not here. Shane O'Carroll is not here. Okay, so tonight this is the Lounge Night with Mary Rackle Writers Society, but it is also the launch of a new book by our very own author, Ben Garvey. He is very excited, as you see him. So Ben Garvey's been in the society since his first year, that was back in 2011. I was there back when he was reading extracts of Night. It sounded absolutely excellent, and I'm really glad that he has got this far. So to explain the launch and things, I'm going to hand over to a good friend, Mr. Paul McNamara.
Okay, so again, a big part of why we're here tonight, we are here for the open mic as well, but a lot of tonight is about Mr. Ben Garvey over there. I got to know Ben very well over the last few years. We've had some strange adventures. But the one thing I think everybody knows about Ben, and even if you don't know him, you'll know it 5 minutes after meeting him, is he's probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Like, it's very hard to find a more genuine, honest person anywhere, really. And he's also one of the most dedicated people I think I've ever met in writing or in any kind of art form. The amount of work he puts into everything he does, just days go by and he'll just be writing and writing and writing, and you won't know what's going on in the real world quite often, but like everything he does, he gives it 110%. And the book, which is available right now on Feederead and Amazon. It's a fascinating tale. Like, Ben has put literally blood, sweat and tears into this over years and years, and the world he's built and the characters he's brought to life are just something I think everybody should experience. And it's a fascinating look on life in general, and a blending of different genres and giving everything you could possibly want in a book, and everything from comedy to drama. It's all in there, folks. Seriously, Amazon Feederead, go for it. That's it. And Ben, just want to congratulate you. This is actually the re-release of your first book, because Ben is such a hard worker. He's like, well, I've done it once, I might as well do it again. But and of course, it's the first part of a series of books, so the story will continue. So it's not just buying a book; it's buying an investment into a whole different world that you can explore, that you can become part of, that you can get behind all the characters and go on an incredible journey with them. And I'd like to pass it over to our man of the night, Mr. Ben Garvey, author, to talk to you.
Hello. Oh, you're getting your check later, okay?
Brown envelope.
Brown envelope. Well, hello, thank you for coming. Wow, I'm speechless actually. Just want to give you a sample of the world that Paul was talking about. This is the first book of the Browsatonian Pentalogy. I know it's a mouthful, but if you could cut, you can make it the Browser Pent if you want. I've tried many things to try and shorten it. But anyway, this is going to be a sample of Jack the Hellhound, a sarcastic talking dog from the underworld. He's going to be chatting with Robert Knight, my main protagonist, and well, I think that's all the setup I need. Oh well, they're just after meeting the Grim Reaper, or Death, who's French. He's just after leaving, so this is Jack and Robert getting ready to go to the underworld. Jack got up from the carpet and stretched. "Bring everything you need, because you're not coming back here again," he informed Robert. "Hurry up." "My word, you are a chirpy chihuahua," Robert retorted. "What was that about restoring the balance of the universe?" Jack raised an unimpressed eyebrow at him before resuming his self-appreciation session in the mini-fridge door. "Oh, it's nothing for you to worry about," the dog muttered. "My master tends to only show people a small portion of the picture. It's an omniscient being thing. And I'm obviously a bigger dog than a Chihuahua, Robert. Get your facts straight when you're trying to match my genius." "I am sorry," Robert said, making Jack glance at him in surprise. "I meant a dopey Doberman." Jack scowled. "Stick with the day job," he retorted, and padded over towards the apartment door as a long, haunting howl sounded outside. "What was that sound?" Robert asked it aloud. "It's an effect I have," Jack replied at once. Robert merely looked at it. "Didn't you hear my master?" Jack went on. "It's the sound of transport." "It sounded like a foghorn," Robert remarked. "Are we catching a ship of some kind?" "No," Jack sighed. "Now get your stuff together and follow me. Don't bother bringing computers or other electronic devices that need charging because there is no electricity where we're going." Robert ran in through a door to the right of the kitchen and came back, carrying a black roller suitcase into which all his earthly belongings were hastily stuffed, including the bottles of water from the mini-fridge, leaving the apartment empty. The counsellor slipped into his shoes at the same time, putting on his navy coat, and lastly grabbed up both the roller suitcase and his briefcase. "Are you finally ready?" Jack inquired of him, whilst smoothing the grey hair on his front right paw with his tongue. "If you want, I could take another hour and delay our appointment with Delamore and make him cross with you for keeping him waiting and not getting me to him on time," Robert rattled off. Jack snorted. "Come on before it leaves us behind," the Labrador said, before passing straight through the door in shadows, leaving Robert to juggle his bags and twist the door handle open. The counsellor descended the stairway down to the main door in Jack's wake. "What exactly is going to leave us behind?" Robert called to the dog before he stepped out and saw a black hansom cab attached to a hellhound of Jack's size. This one had 2 German Shepherd faces on a brown scale-covered body, with a tail of 2 intertwined brown cobras. Jack smirked at Robert's awe-filled face. "That's my brother Boris. Hey, Boris!" the Labrador shouted excitedly to the other hellhound. "How's life?" "Rough," Boris answered. "Oh, I know. Tell me about it," Jack sighed. Robert groaned at the double-act joke. "What? It runs in the family, and we live in caves, Robert. We have to entertain ourselves in some way. Humans have TV and computers, and we hellhounds have quirky humour. Even now, Boris has sheepy grins on his face. Do you know why?" Jack's hairy face was split by a large grin of his own, and he panted with his tongue out. "Is it because he's a German Shepherd?" Robert asked. "See, you're getting the hang of it already," Jack responded. "It seems I am," Robert announced with a small smirk. All right, Jack mumbled. "Take it slowly, ease into the zingers." Something small and grey in a discoloured uniform popped off the back of the hansom cab and brandished a whip at Robert. "Oh, that's Gregory, our driver," Jack added. "He's a gargoyle." "I can see that," Robert stated, looking down at the grumpy, stone-grey, green-eyed face of the creature and taking note of his boar tusks protruding from his bottom lip. The gargoyle also had 2 stumps on his shoulders. "An original Earth Commander rebel in the flesh," Jack stared at Robert. "You know the stories?" he asked the counsellor. "Of course I do," Robert replied. "It was written on a scroll somewhere. They are the only Earth Commanders who can fly to this day." "Okay," Jack said, suddenly becoming distant and withdrawn, which surprised Robert. "What is the matter?" Robert inquired of him. "I'm a dog," Jack declared. "Great observation," Robert said, earning himself another scowl from Jack. "I wasn't finished," he growled. "I was trying to say dogs can't read. My brother passed the story on to me by word of mouth." "Are you jealous?" Robert questioned the Labrador with a slight smirk on his face. "Get into the shadow cab," Jack grunted. "Is it not called a hansom cab?" Robert twisted. "Not until I get in," Jack retorted. Robert groaned again as Jack chuckled. Gregory the gargoyle snarled at Jack and snatched away Robert's bags, dumping them into a heavy box-like container under his driver's seat. Robert clambered up into the hansom cab and sat down. Jack hopped up and lay curled up on the floor. The gargoyle could be heard panting and grunting as he climbed back up to his seat behind them. Gregory cracked the whip off the ground behind the hansom cab, and Boris began to canter forward at a lunning pace, when a sudden explosion lit up the night sky above from the square glass building opposite Tower Bryke. A spooked Forrest shot off down the street, the hansom cab bouncing in his wake as Robert, Jack and Gregory held on for dear life. Thank you.
So, as you can see, not only can Ben write, he can also read his work with stunning performance. Could we give him another round of applause? Because that was Ben, that was certainly a performance rather than just a reading, and the book sounds excellent. Must get my hands on a copy.